Bleu 80, distinguished Board of Governors, the Headmaster, management and staff of Accra Academy, regional educational directors, representatives and family members of our founders, presidents and executives of Ayuba, proud alumni, the legendary Bleu Boys. I wrote Bleu Boys and Girls, but I've heard lately we have changed our minds and our sixth form is no longer mixed. Year groups across the years, respected teachers and parents, my dear vibrant students of Accra Academy, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. Accra, no. I can't feel you. Accra, no. Accra, no. You should be really proud of this institution. I don't know. Standing here today, Mr. Chairman, looking across this incredible gathering, I am struck by the powerful sense of history and a heart full of gratitude. Gratitude to God, gratitude to my teachers, and gratitude to this great school that shaped me and everybody else here. 95 years ago, in July 1931, four visionary young men, Kofi George Konwa, Samuel Niels Awulite, Godfred Naku Alima, and James Akwe Ham Ado, did something audacious. Without government funding, as we've been held and we've been told, and with a wealth of determination, ladies and gentlemen, I would want you to make note of these characteristics. The number one is determination. It takes you very far. To be determined against all odds is one of the key requirements that you need to succeed in this world, and ever so now. And a clear sense of vision. It's good to have determination, but it's equally important to know where you are headed. So you need a good combination of characteristics. We've been told about one, determination and vision. Vision gives you the direction in which to go. They rented a two-story building in Ellen House, Jamestown, Accra, and opened the doors to Accra Academy that we have today. Today, we stand as a titan of the Ghanaian education and celebrating nearly a century of excellence. I thought the title was accurate, honoring the past whilst we are inspiring the future. When we talk about honoring the past, exactly what are we talking about? We are talking about respecting those who carried the torch, respecting those who had the vision, respecting those who had the boldness against all odds, the determination and the vision to give birth to something that can live a century. Lately, we have institutions that can barely last 5 years because the vision and the determination to carry things along against all odds are not there. Secondly, Accra Academy was born out of the spirit of defiance and self-reliance. When you ask a relative, what do you want to do? They say, I want to do X, Y, and Z. So what is stopping you? I don't have money to start. Ladies and gentlemen, you don't need money to start anything. What you need is ideas. As I go around the world, there are lots of funding institutions who are willing to give out money. But there aren't clear ideas, clearly articulated implementation roadmaps and plans. And in that regard, each and every one is reluctant to give you money. Secondly, You don't need $1 million to start anything in this world. You start from the baby steps. Each step, there are learnings. As you move from 1, 2, 3, there are learning skills and experiences that needs to be achieved and attained before you move on to the next step. If anybody comes to you with this fabulous things, I want to 2 million to do anything, it clearly indicates that the person has not thought through things properly. We must honor the sacrifices of those who kept the flame alive through the decades, moving from Jamestown to this expensive Bubwashi campus in 1961. 62, 61, 1962, 61, 62. Expensive Bubwashi campus. As I drove and I look at the front, I can see a lot of things that could be done. One would be asking, is Bubwashi expensive? Yes, it depends on what you do at Bubwashi. That can make it very expensive. Now, when we talk about honoring the past, we also honor the traditions. It's not just about the traditions. And when it comes about the traditions, all the various blowies here, remember the legendary survival skills, where we are able to divide a tin of sardine amongst 8 people. This is called mathematical precision. And what? And this is called mathematical precision. To share a tin of Titus sardine amongst 8 hungry guys. That is not just breakfast. That is advanced fractional mathematics. And by the time you finish dividing the fish, you are practically a qualified engineer in the process. If you can survive Accra Academy dining porridge without losing weight, you can survive any economic crisis anywhere in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, yet out of these same walls, this institution has shaped the very fabric of our nation. In governance and law, producing speakers of parliament, chief justices, and statesmen who have guided our democracy. In medicine and science, charting paths in global research and saving countless of lives. I know of loads of my friends who are in this field. In arts, business, and sports, dominating fields and providing the very academy, producing well-rounded leaders globally. I remember somewhere around 1978 when we had a similar gathering, and my late uncle Harry Sawyer was in the same position giving a speech. And he was going on about all the achievements and individuals who have succeeded and become people, great men in our beloved country. And there was one person in the pavilion who shouted, "And hustlers." I'm sure you remember that incident. But more than just big names, our past is defined by a culture. The Blow spirit is a spirit of humility, a spirit of resilience, a spirit of brilliant intellect, and a deep-seated brotherhood. Its brotherhood, is so strong that 2 Blow old boys can meet anywhere in the world, and within 5 minutes, they are arguing about who had the stricter headmaster or who managed to sneak the most extra loaves of bread from the canteen. This spirit of brotherhood must never, ever be underestimated. I was just talking to my year groups, 1970, when we are 21st of September, 1970. 1976 was when we stepped foot on this very compound. Roughly, in fact, we've got barely 2 months to go, and that will be exactly 50 years. I did not just meet people, I made friends. We've been